So hi everybody, Craig Hanson and welcome to my video. We're going to be looking at an easier way to shallow out the club, hit it from the inside, hit some draws and get some more compression on your shots here. And we'll be looking at some of the best players, and later on in the video we're looking at the less skilled golfers. Guys, there's a couple of thousand different swings out there, but really to propel a golf ball down the line and hit it good, there's 4 or 5 things we all need to do, and that's a fact. And I'm going to show you some of them in this video. Now we're looking at McIlroy here. We're looking at the shoulder plane going straight down about a yard outside the ball, 45 degrees, lead arm in at 41 degrees. Now I'm going to show you the differences between high swings and low swings in this video. We're not all swinging low and compact, but I'm definitely going to show you some of the major mistakes that the club golfers are making, or the less skilled players around the world. It doesn't just necessarily mean a high handicap player. You can be off a low handicap but not really hitting the shots you want to hit. I'm going to show you what's going on with your tilts here and your turns and your positioning. Now that elbow here from McIlroy, very, very close to the original shaft plane, and now it's straight back onto it, and that's going to shallow out nicely for him. We can see Duffner, what a golf swing this is, pointing down. We've got 43 degrees, lead arm in is lower than that. Look at the angle of that right wrist pointing at the ball. Guys, when you get to the top of your swings here, there's definitely a position where it makes it either easy to hit the ball or it's almost impossible. Now if you get your pivots lined up and you get some of the things working effectively for you, it does come down just by itself. Now what we do need to do here is look at some more players. Let's have a look at a couple more before we get further into it. And we'll have a look at Rickie Fowler here, shoulder plane coming down here around 44, lead arm down on the iron shot here at 38. Big angle in the back of that right wrist pointing down towards the golf ball. Important to see these wrist alignments. You get your wrist alignments right, you're on the right track. Now on World Class Golf Instruction we have a series that's called Deep to Shallow, and guys, people are absolutely loving it. It's an easier way to play golf and an easier way to shallow out your golf swing. Look at the angle here. Even though Fleetwood has a high swing, look at the angle in the back of that right wrist. This is something that we're doing and showing you on World Class Golf Instruction. Definitely one of our most popular series, over 700 videos on that one. Let's have a look now at Lee Westwood, and we're going to have a look at Adam Scott, and we'll see the differences between why some people swing higher and why some people swing a little bit lower. So we'll get Adam Scott in here on the right. Now Lee Westwood, what a ball striker this guy has been over the last 20 years. Now you'll see him when he gets into this position here. We'll definitely see the shoulder plane down around 44, lead arm obviously lower than that, 40. You can already see that his elbow's on the original shaft plane. Okay, now if this guy was to swing up high, he would come in, if he was going to swing his left arm up high like Adam Scott does, he would come in very steep. So Adam Scott's going to go up with his arms and hands up very, very high. Now you're going to see here something interesting. I'll just get rid of that line. Hang on, we'll pop that through. I'll just head back. I just took that line off here. We're going to get Adam there, and we'll get up to the top again. So we'll see him up at the top. Now when you see Lee come down, even though his elbow is already on that line, you actually see what's interesting in his swing is you see that the lead arm is lower than the right, so that right elbow is quite high. Now if he was to go, and he's still got it on a good plane, because he's got good wrist alignments, because that's a shallowing effect, that's going to shallow out, and because his arms are low, he's still going to bring this thing in very shallow. Now Adam Scott's going to bring it in much different. So he's going to bring this right elbow way underneath the left. Okay, so if Adam Scott was to swing low with low arms, he would be miles underneath plane. So this has to work for him. So either you're coming, there's 2 types of different swings. Either you have the tendency to get under plane, or you have the tendency to come over plane. And there's 60 million golfers in the world, and 40 million are coming over plane. And it makes sense to have a look at what you're doing. And that's why Deep to Shallow is, people are absolutely loving it, because they're getting their wrist alignments correct, and they're getting their entry correct. All right, you've got to get your shoulder plane. We have a look at a couple of less skilled players coming up, and you have a look at the numbers. So you've got averages of movement. All right, so if you're way out of positions, if you've got a couple of thousand golfers that are great ball strikers, really good ball strikers, perhaps they swing a bit different. But if they're all doing 4 or 5 things very, very close, very, very similar, I mean, Adam Scott's shoulder plane is also still pointing down into that position. It's just one of the things that happens. But you've got to understand that if you're way out of position by one of these movements, if your shoulder plane is 20 degrees out, well, how are you going to hit it good? It's just not going to happen. You know, when you're looking at a sort of a neutral style swing, this is not deep to shallow so much, but you're definitely seeing a position with the shoulders here with Robert Rock. Yeah, well, it is. The lead arm is there a little bit lower. You're getting yourself in a position where that elbow will come down, graze back down. World-class golf instruction has over 700 detailed videos for every golfer. Practice programs and evidence-based material is applied in helping you to become your own coach and play your best golf. Join us in the chat room and join the community of world-class golf instruction. Now let's have a look here at some of the club players, and we'll have a look here at a couple of the numbers. So we're getting up to the top. You can see that the shoulder plane's much more level, so it's more into the 20-degree area. Now the funny thing is with this, right, then the arm gets higher than the shoulder plane. I mean, you cannot hit it from the inside from there, because you'll hit back here. So this elbow, to literally make contact, if you want to get some sort of compression on it, you've got to tip it over. It has to tip over. So you've got everyone around the world trying to come from the inside, but they can't because the position at the top, the shoulders are wrong. There's no wrist alignments. So there's nothing in the wrist, and then it comes down the faces, straight away it's open. So for the guys out there, you really want to get a 3-knuckle grip, flat left wrist, get your wrist alignments correct. And when it comes down, you get your shoulders in the correct position. You're not going to be tipping this club head over. Look at that, 78 degrees with this forearm plane. Now really, when you're looking at great ball strikers coming down and they get that club head just behind the elbow into here, you're really looking at getting this shaft, this forearm, this vertical plane into the 40s, 45, 48, 47. McIlroy's about 47, 48. This is what you're seeing all the time. But with the club golfers out there, you're not seeing that. You're seeing very, very level shoulders, way over in this direction, and when they're coming over, they're tipping it all over, and it's just, you know, it's just not going to happen from there. There's just certain things you do. Otherwise, you get players that move it up really, really high and just get it in a position where, like, I mean, a champion or Ryan Moore could come back, but, you know, the club golfer's not coming back from there. I mean, look at, if you draw a line up over the ball, and then really shouldn't be crashing into this wall here. If I get a line straight up, you know, that you should be hitting that at the bottom of, really at the bottom of the swing here. Have a look at this. That line, really, the wall, if that was a wall, if you imagine if that was a wall, you'd be hitting the wall and the ball together, and you just can't play golf from this side. So guys, very, very important that you get your hands on the correct information. Now, on World Class Golf Instruction, we've got a series called, as I said, Deep to Shallow, and this is where we're positioning these shoulders in the positions and getting this wrist alignment to make it easy for you guys to come down and hit it from the inside. So come and join us on World Class Golf Instruction. Check it out, wonderful website. It's got a chat room. Join the community. We can write to each other, and everyone's really, really enjoying the series. It's in a series for advanced players. We have senior series, and it's forever growing biomechanics and pitching programs, short games. Get into it. You will not be disappointed.